Hey all, Hibber here. So today I'm playing the 15-year-old Borderlands 1, and in this video here I'll give you 10 reasons why you should still pick this game up today in 2024 and play it. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, lots of Borderlands coming.
Get off my bus.
So the first reason is that unique art style, like this cel-shaded look that when it came out was pretty much revolutionary. And I know for a fact that I remember very vividly the first time I saw Dr. Zed perform his whatever it is that he's doing. Just because the art style is just right in your face, right? It's kind of like playing a graphic novel. And actually, because of the style choice here, the graphics still hold up today here 15 years later. I mean, this, if you squint just a little bit, pretty much looks just like the newest version in the series, Borderlands 3, right? So the second reason is the looter-shooter gameplay. I mean, the core of Borderlands is all about the loot. Guns, guns, and more guns. Even in 2024, you know, the variety of guns and the thrill of finding a new one, I mean, it never gets old. This keeps you hooked. You'll never forget that rush when you open a chest and find a shotgun that shoots just a little bit better than the one you already have. Now, this game actually invented the genre, and it's just nice to see how it was actually done 15 years ago. So the next reason is the memorable characters, and of course everyone thinking Borderlands, they think Claptrap, but he's really just part of it. And I know sometimes he gets a little grinding, but he is funny. And other than Claptrap, I mean, there's so many very interesting people in the Borderlands 1 game, and of course in the whole series, but we're looking at just the first one here. For example, Dr. Zed here, but this, you know, menagerie of crazy personalities never stop, and you run into TK Baha and a whole host of other people who are just insane, and at the same time so much fun to be around, and also, you know, fight against, because not just friendly people are fun in this game. So the next reason is the multiplay, and the many ways that you can have fun in this game here with friends. Now, if you got some friends who love chaos, this game is an absolute blast in co-op. You can grab up to 3 buddies in the latest versions of Borderlands 1, and you tackle the missions together, and there's just something ridiculously fun about clearing bandit camps with coordinated, you know, or not so coordinated firepower. And in 2024, with modern matchmaking and voice chat, co-op is just so much more fun than it was when the game came out. I mean, this is the kind of game that shines when you're sharing this crazy madness with a team. Alright, so reason 5 are the unique character classes that are, you know, at play here. And the different vault hunters that you can pick in Borderlands 2 at the time were just something completely new. Like something like Brick and a Siren and Mordecai. Like, they all had something unique to offer, and with the art style, they were just something that no one really had seen before, especially in this cel-shaded look. Now, of course, it's not all about the look. It's also about the characters being distinctly different to play in the game. So picking one character would be playing like a brand new game, basically. And the skill trees were also new, like the mixing of shooting and looting here. And this was, you know, something that I think no other game still has done better than the Borderlands series. And Borderlands 1 was the game that kicked it all off. And it's quite an achievement back in 2019 to, you know, put this game on the market. It was a complete surprise, and it just took everybody like as a storm. So reason 6 is to play the original's raw, unfiltered Borderlands experience, right? Because Borderlands 1 is where it all began, and there's a certain charm to its simplicity. I mean, there's no huge sprawling narrative to follow. There's just you, your guns, and the wild quest for the bolt. And of course, for better loot and crazier and bigger explosions, like Mr. Talk would say. You know, later games added more polish and complex mechanics, but the original has this raw, you know, unfiltered energy. It's just pure fun without too much extra stuff. Now, of course, some aspects of this first installment here lag a little bit behind. Most notably is the enemy AI. It can be a little wonky, and like the enemies tend to run in very rectangular patterns and do some kind of weird stuff. But that's pretty much the only thing that doesn't really stand up to further scrutiny these days. And it's really not a big problem because most enemies in this game are mindless psychos anyway, so you don't really expect too much of a challenge from them.
And open! Yes!
So you can say what you will about Claptrap, but the game is undeniably full of hilarious offbeat humor, lots of innuendos, and just pretty much crude hilariousness from everything from dragging through skag piles to, blowing psycho brains all over the stuff. And of course, like I said, in multiplayer, this is just so much more fun.
Oh, come on, let's get down. Come on, everybody. Check me out. I'm dancing. I'm dancing.
So the next reason is the rich and immersive world. Now, I said before that Borderlands 1 kicked off the whole Borderlands franchise, and it already added a lot of characters and, the whole planet of Pandora to the universe. But in the years after that, of course, this universe has been expanded. But just looking at Borderlands 4, the rich and, immersive wasteland is really, really something that drags you in. Alright, so finally let's talk about the nostalgia factor, right? So if you played Borderlands back in the day, revisiting it in 2024 is like reuniting with an old friend, really. The game has a special place in gaming history, blending first-person shooter mechanics with RPG style, the Diablo style progression, and it was groundbreaking at the time. And it influenced so many games that came after it. Plus, sometimes it's just fun to go back and see where it all started, especially if you are a fan of the series. And if you followed the Borderlands series from, Borderlands 1 and onwards, you will know and you will have experienced yourself how the series has just grown and matured. And it's nice to see where it all started. So there you have it. 10 reasons why Borderlands 1 is still worth your time in 2024. Whether you're a veteran Vault Hunter looking for a little nostalgia trip, or perhaps you're a newcomer curious about the game that started it all. It's cheap these days. It's like $5 or $10 on the console stores or Steam or anything like that. So it's a small investment for hours and hours and hours of fun in a game that really doesn't show its age. This is a 15-year-old game, and like I said in the beginning of the video, it's very close to feeling just like playing Borderlands 3. So hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to give me some comments and of course subscribe, and I'll see you out there.